The Monza circuit is located approximately 18 kilometers north of Milan, in northern Italy. Milan has two international airports, Linate and Malpensa, with daily direct flights from cities across the globe. Bergamo is a popular alternative gateway to Milan, with services to several cities in Europe. Bergamo is approximately 55 kilometers from both Monza circuit and Milan centre. Milan Central Station has direct rail services to cities within Italy and across Europe, including Paris, Frankfurt and Zurich. Milan is also served by Europe's leading coach operators too. Many visitors to Italy do not require a visa to enter the country, but always check the latest entry requirements based on your specific circumstances. The city of Milan makes a good base for a weekend at the Italian Grand Prix. Milan has a vast number of hotels of all standards and is the main transportation hub for the region. Staying in a hotel close to the central station will minimise travelling time to and from the circuit, or you can stay in the main tourist area near the cathedral. You can also stay in Bergamo, which has a selection of small independent and mid-range chain hotels. Bergamo also has direct train and shuttle bus services to Monza. It is also possible to stay near the Italian lakes, but this will increase travelling time to and from the circuit. If you'd like to spend time at the lakes, it can often be better to have a twin centre holiday and base yourself in Milan over the Grand Prix weekend. Famed for its long straights, heavy braking zones and fast corners, Monza is a circuit where Formula One cars are pushed to the limit. Wherever you sit, there's a special atmosphere at Monza. The Italian fans turn out in force to support their beloved Ferrari. But if you want to see the best action, you need the right seat. There are four main clusters of grandstand at the Monza circuit. They are the start-finish straight, the first chicane, Ascari and Parabolica. A grandstand seat on the start-finish straight is great if you like having a view of the team garages, the pre-race build-up and the checkered flag. Before the race, you'll see the engineers making final preparations to the cars and the drivers coming and going on the grid. You're unlikely to see much wheel-to-wheel action though, as these grandstands aren't in the braking zones. The grandstands along the start-finish straight in Monza are split into left, sinistra, right, destra and centrale, with the centrale section priced at a premium. The grandstand to the left of centrale is positioned just ahead of pole position, and grandstands to the right of centrale extend down the pit lane with the final sections of seating ideally positioned for views of the podium celebrations. It's at turn 1 where the drivers face their first major challenge. The curbs at turn 1 are designed to prevent corner cutting, and getting it wrong here can often result in an incident, as many driver has found out. Heading down towards turn 1, the appropriately named Alta Velocita or high-speed grandstand is positioned on the inside of the circuit and has views of the cars as they hurtle towards the braking zone at the first chicane. Just beyond the turn 1 braking zone, the two outer first variant grandstands positioned on the outside of the circuit provide impressive views as the cars flick right and then left through this critical section of circuit. Positions and even Grand Prix have been won and lost here at the low-speed chicanes of turns 1 and 2, as drivers lock wheels and run wide as they push the limits in an attempt to find that precious extra tenth of a second. For some real curb riding action, you can't do much better than the Ascari chicane at Monza. Ascari is another popular location for overtaking during the race. You'll be spoilt for choice at Ascari, with grandstands positioned on the inside of the track along the full length of the chicane, from entry point to exit. After snaking through the left of Ascari, the final challenge of the lap is the Parabolica, one of the most iconic corners in Formula 1. Arriving at high speed down the back straight, the drivers brake and change down gear for the constant right-hander of Parabolica. Securing that optimum racing line is vital to take as much speed as possible into the corner. Grandstands line the approach to the Parabolica on the outside of the circuit, with a prime position covered grandstand located at the entry point into the corner. The best way to reach the circuit is by public transport. Direct trains run from Milan to Monza railway station over the race weekend. The journey takes approximately 30 minutes, and trains run frequently throughout the race weekend. Shuttle buses also operate from various towns and cities in Italy. You can also take a taxi or chauffeur drive transfer, and there are pick-up and drop-off points located near the circuit. Taxis can be booked by phone, app, or by your hotel front desk. Hotels can be an invaluable source of information and assist with booking your taxi through a reputable company. If you plan on driving to Monza, remember that the circuit is located in a national park, and therefore parking is not available directly at the circuit. However, there are several car park areas available at the edges of the park and at various locations in Monza town.